There are only moments left now. Not later. Not tomorrow. Right now. My beloved child. God has been trying to reach you again and again, and you kept skipping. You kept scrolling. You kept saying later. Do not skip now. Do not scroll away now. Because something unexpected is about to happen suddenly. And this message is not an accident. This is not coincidence. This is not chance. The algorithm itself was overridden to bring this directly in front of your eyes. This is not just a video. This is a spiritual intervention. My beloved child. Heaven is leaning toward you in this exact moment. And heaven is grieving. God is sad. Deeply sad. Because you have ignored His voice for too long. You felt it before. Late at night. Early morning. In silence. But you brushed it away. And now the window is narrow. Rare. Sacred. And it will not stay open forever. Something huge is waiting for you. And the reason there is urgency is because a woman who betrayed you is praying that you skip this. She is not joking. She is not guessing. She is actively hoping you miss this moment. Because if you do, heaven will not intervene before her secret plan against your life activates. My beloved child. This woman knows more than you think. She watched you quietly. She smiled. She listened. She gathered information. And she moved in silence. Her actions are tied to your money. Your reputation. Your family. Your future. And a decision connected to all of this is approaching fast. Very fast. That is why you are feeling pressure. That is why your body is reacting. Pay attention. That warmth in your chest. That ringing in your ears. That heaviness in your head. That chill through your arms. Those are confirmations. Not imagination. God is marking this moment in your body so you cannot deny it later. Do not skip. Because something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child. You have been delayed for years. Not days. Not months. Years. You tried. You prayed. You worked. And still it felt blocked. Money slipping away. Opportunities collapsing at the last moment. Relationships breaking without clear reason. That delay was not because you were weak. It was because someone stayed connected to you who should have been removed long ago. Someone from your past. Someone who had access. Someone who spoke words that looked harmless but carried poison. And now separation is beginning. This is the moment heaven steps in to cut what you could not cut yourself. That is why distractions are coming. Your phone might vibrate. A noise might interrupt. Sleepiness might suddenly hit. That is the enemy buying time. Do not give time. Stay. Because something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child. God knows your thoughts even now. He knows you are wondering how this feels so specific. Why certain numbers keep appearing. Why certain colors stand out. Why certain sounds catch your attention lately. Why memories resurface suddenly. These are signals. Heaven's signals. Confirmations that you are standing at the edge of a sudden reversal. A financial shift. A life shift. A protection shift. Something that will shock even you. But hear this clearly. If you skip now, if you leave now, if you treat this lightly, the blessing pauses, the intervention delays, and the enemy gains ground. This is why urgency is heavy. This is why the tone is not soft. Because heaven is intervening before damage locks in. My beloved child, you are not here by accident. You are here because you are chosen. Personally. Specifically. God knows your name. Your story. Your silent tears. And He is asking you to respond in obedience right now. Gently. Faithfully. Without fear. So softly do this now. Like the video. Comment Amen. And share this message with 10 people. Not as pressure. As alignment. And as you do, Jesus and Archangel Michael will release protection and favor over your life. This seals the opening. The breakthrough is sealed. The delay is broken. You are not the same person anymore. From this moment forward things begin to move. Stay. Because what comes next will expose what was hidden and unlock what was held back. Something huge is waiting for you. Stay with me. Do not move. Do not look away. My beloved child. Because the atmosphere around you is shifting even as you read this. You may feel it. A pressure. A pull. A strange alertness mixed with heaviness. That is not imagination. That is heaven moving close. And when heaven moves close, what is hidden becomes uncomfortable. The woman connected to your past is unsettled right now. She feels exposed without knowing why. She senses a disruption in her plan. Because something she counted on is slipping. Control. Timing. Access. And this is why urgency is increasing. My beloved child. This is not the first time God tried to warn you. You remember the signs. The delays that felt intentional. The doors that closed even when you tried harder. The uneasiness you felt after certain conversations. Those were warnings. Gentle at first. But now they are loud. Because the decision approaching will shape your money. Your name. Your family path. Your future stability. And heaven will not allow it to be decided in darkness. Something huge is waiting for you. And it requires exposure before release. Do not skip. Because the enemy is desperate now. Distractions intensify when truth gets close. You may feel the urge to sleep. To check another app. To tell yourself you will come back later. Later is what the enemy survives on. Later is how blessings are delayed. My beloved child. God sees how long you waited. How many years you endured confusion. How many times you questioned yourself. That season ends now. Because separation is happening. Quietly. Firmly. Permanently. The person blocking your flow will lose access. Conversations will change. Influence will weaken. Authority will shift. And you will notice it first in subtle ways. Silence where noise used to be. Calm where anxiety lived. Clarity where confusion dominated. Those are confirmations. Pay attention to your body again. The warmth returning. The ringing becoming clearer. The chill moving through your spine. These are not random sensations. These are markers. Heaven's fingerprints. God is telling you. You are inside the window. Do not step out. Something huge is waiting for you. A reversal that does not need explanation. A financial opening that arrives unexpectedly. A protection that blocks what was meant to harm you. A truth that surfaces without you forcing it. My beloved child. The woman who betrayed you thought time was on her side. She thought silence protected her. She thought delay meant victory. But delay was mercy. And mercy is expiring. God is not slow. God is precise. And right now precision matters. Numbers around you are speaking. Repeating. Confirming. Times. Dates. Amounts. Colors appearing again and again. Sounds that follow you. Songs that stop you mid-thought. These are signals aligning. Heaven does not shout randomly. Heaven confirms consistently. Something huge is waiting for you. And it is closer than you think. Do not fear what is being exposed. Exposure is protection. Separation is favor. Ending is beginning. My beloved child. You will soon notice people reacting differently to you. Respect shifting. Resistance breaking. Opportunities approaching without effort. That is not coincidence. That is the result of a broken delay. What was held for years begins to move quickly now. Quickly. Unexpectedly. Suddenly. This is why God insisted you stay. Because staying keeps you aligned. Leaving would have paused it again. Remain alert. Remain receptive. Remain still inside. Because what comes next will finalize what heaven has already started. Something huge is waiting for you. And it will not miss you. Stay present. Stay awake. My beloved child. Because this is the stretch where heaven watches endurance. Not excitement. Not fear. Endurance. You have already stayed longer than before. And that alone is disrupting patterns that were built against you. The enemy expected you to leave by now. To doubt. To minimize. To postpone. But you are still here. And that matters more than you realize. Something huge is waiting for you. And it is moving even while you read. My beloved child. God is not only warning you. God is positioning you. Quietly. Strategically. Precisely. There is a conversation that will happen soon. A message. A call. A meeting. An unexpected encounter. And it involves someone from your past. Someone you thought no longer mattered. Someone whose influence you underestimated. That interaction will try to pull you back into an old pattern. Old emotions. Old guilt. Old confusion. And heaven is preparing you now so you do not make the wrong choice in that moment. Because that choice affects money. It affects reputation. It affects family dynamics. It affects the direction of your future. My beloved child. God knows you are tired. Tired of watching others move ahead. Tired of starting over. Tired of feeling like something invisible keeps blocking you at the last second. That blockage was not random. It was maintained. Federal protected by silence. And the woman who betrayed you benefited from that silence. She counted on your kindness. Your patience. Your tendency to avoid confrontation. But heaven is changing the rules now. Not with chaos. With clarity. You will not need to fight. You will not need to explain. Truth will surface on its own. Timing will expose what words could not. Something huge is waiting for you. And it requires you to stay clear. Notice how your perception is shifting even now. Thoughts slowing. Awareness sharpening. Emotions settling. That is alignment. That is what happens when heaven draws close. My beloved child. God is grieving not because he is weak, but because he loves you deeply. And he watched you walk through seasons you did not deserve. Seasons where loyalty was repaid with manipulation. Where trust was used as leverage. Where your name was spoken in rooms you were not in. And now restoration is near. Not symbolic. Real. Tangible. Observable. The enemy will try subtle tactics now. Not loud attacks. Subtle ones. Doubt masked as logic. Discomfort disguised as intuition. Urges that tell you to pull back just when momentum is building. Do not obey those urges. They are not from God. God does not confuse. God confirms. And confirmations are everywhere around you. Numbers repeating. Certain colors appearing again and again. Sounds catching your attention at exact moments. Your body responding before your mind does. These are signals. Pay attention. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child. Separation is not always dramatic. Sometimes it is quiet. A gradual loss of influence. A fading of access. A change in tone. A door closing without noise. You will notice you no longer feel the same pull toward certain people. Certain places. Certain conversations. That is not distance. That is protection. And protection always precedes expansion. Financial expansion. Emotional expansion. stability, peace, confidence. The kind that does not shake when tested. God is aligning help you did not ask for. Favor you did not expect. Relief you stopped hoping for. And when it arrives, it will feel sudden. But it was prepared slowly, carefully, over time. My beloved child. Do not announce it too early. Do not explain it to everyone. Let it settle. Let it root. Let it grow quietly. Because not everyone needs access to what God is building for you now. Something huge is waiting for you. And it is protected by timing. You are closer than you think. Closer than you have ever been. The delay is breaking layer by layer. Resistance weakening. Confusion dissolving. Authority returning. You are stepping into a version of yourself that remembers who you are. And the woman who tried to interfere will no longer have power over that version. Stay aligned. Stay present. Stay receptive. Because what comes next will confirm everything you are sensing right now. Something huge is waiting for you. Do not rush now. Do not assume you already understand. My beloved child. Because this part is where clarity replaces confusion. Where truth replaces assumption. Where heaven steadies you before the final shift. You are not imagining the stillness growing inside you. That calm under the urgency. That is strength returning. That is authority coming back into place. And it is necessary. Because something huge is waiting for you. And it requires you to stand steady when others become unstable. My beloved child. The woman who betrayed you is losing influence. Slowly. Quietly. Without drama. The control she thought she had is weakening. The access she once used is closing. You may notice changes. Her tone shifting. Her silence growing. Her reactions becoming inconsistent. That is exposure without confrontation. That is heaven doing what you could not do without damage. Pay attention now. Because signs will increase before release. Numbers repeating more frequently. Certain colors appearing when you least expect them. Sounds catching your attention at exact moments. A song. A word. A phrase. These are confirmations aligning you. And your body will respond again. Warmth. Pressure. A sudden emotional wave. A deep breath you did not plan to take. These are not distractions. These are seals. God is marking stages of this intervention within you. Something huge is waiting for you. And heaven is making sure you are ready to carry it without fear. My beloved child. There is a financial shift approaching that will not look how you imagined. It will not come with noise. It will come with relief. With stability. With options. You will notice pressure lifting first. Anxiety around money easing. Clarity around decisions forming. And then opportunity will follow. Not forced. Not chased. Arriving. This is the reversal. The sudden turn that makes past struggle finally make sense. And it is tied to a separation. A clear boundary. A quiet removal of someone who was blocking flow while pretending support. Do not explain yourself during this phase. Silence is protection now. God is rearranging relationships. Family dynamics. Professional connections. Without asking you to defend every move. You will feel guided to step back from certain conversations. To say less. To observe more. Follow that guidance. Because observation reveals what words hide. Something huge is waiting for you. And discernment is sharpening inside you like never before. The enemy will try one last tactic here. Urgency mixed with fear. An attempt to rush you into a decision. A push to react instead of respond. Do not fall for it. Heaven's timing is calm even when urgent. Fear always demands speed. God invites stillness. You will know the difference. My beloved child. You are not behind. You were preserved. You were protected from making choices that would have cost you later. And now protection is shifting into provision. Notice how your self-respect is returning. How certain behaviors no longer feel acceptable. How you feel less willing to compromise your peace. That is growth. That is alignment. That is you stepping into the version of yourself that no longer tolerates subtle disrespect. And that version cannot be manipulated by the past. The woman who betrayed you cannot operate where clarity lives. Her power depended on confusion. Confusion is gone. Something huge is waiting for you. And it will require you to trust what you are sensing more than what others are saying. Your intuition is being recalibrated. Strengthened. Refined. You will notice you can sense intentions faster. Feel shifts sooner. Recognize truth quicker. This is not paranoia. This is discernment returning. And it will protect you long after this moment passes. My beloved child. You are entering a season where effort finally matches outcome. Where energy invested returns multiplied. Where your name is spoken differently in rooms you are not in. Respectfully. Carefully. With consideration. This is restoration. Not revenge. Favor. Not chaos. And it will feel natural. Like something that should have happened long ago. Because it should have. Stay present. Stay aligned. Stay grounded. Because the final confirmation is approaching. The one that makes everything unmistakably clear. Something that settles your heart completely. Something that removes the last doubt. Something that closes this chapter permanently. Something huge is waiting for you. And it is closer than ever. This is the final stretch. Do not disengage now. My beloved child. Because closure is approaching. And closure is power. You may feel a deep seriousness settling over you. Not fear. Not heaviness. Seriousness. That is your spirit recognizing finality. An ending that cannot be reversed. A chapter sealing permanently. Heaven does not tease. Heaven completes. Something huge is waiting for you. And this is where authority replaces waiting. My beloved child. The confusion that followed you for years is dissolving. You will notice it in how quickly you make decisions now. How less you explain yourself. How silence feels comfortable instead of anxious. That is clarity taking root. And clarity is dangerous to those who relied on your doubt. The woman who betrayed you will soon lose relevance in your story. Not through confrontation. Not through exposure you orchestrate. But through irrelevance. Her influence will fade. Her words will no longer reach you. Her attempts to reconnect will feel empty. Forced. Out of sync. That is separation completed. Heaven has removed her access. And when access is removed, control collapses. Something huge is waiting for you. And it arrives only after separation is complete. Pay attention to timing now. Things will line up with precision. Messages arriving when you think of them. Opportunities appearing without you chasing. Doors opening that were once sealed tightly. This is not acceleration for chaos. This is alignment for stability. My beloved child. God is not restoring you to struggle again. He is restoring you to peace. To consistency. To confidence. To financial steadiness that does not drain your soul. You may feel emotional waves unexpectedly. Relief. Gratitude. A quiet joy. Even tears without sadness. Let them come. That is release. That is your nervous system recognizing safety again. Years of tension are leaving your body. Years of vigilance easing. And as they leave, capacity increases. You will be able to hold more. More responsibility. More blessing. More visibility. Without breaking. Something huge is waiting for you. Do not announce your next move too early. Let results speak. Let outcomes confirm. Let peace guide. You are stepping into a season where your life speaks louder than your words. Where consistency silences doubt. Where stability becomes your testimony. And the people who once questioned you will watch quietly as things fall into place. My beloved child. The delay is broken. Completely. Not temporarily. Not partially. The cycle has ended. The pattern is closed. The interference is removed. You are not the same person who entered this moment. Your discernment is sharper. Your boundaries are firmer. Your spirit is steadier. And heaven has sealed what it started. Something huge has been waiting for you. And now it no longer waits. It moves. It unfolds. It manifests. Step forward without fear. Without explanation. Without looking back. What is ahead of you is protected. Prepared. And aligned. It is finished. It is sealed.